And he's good on the second. Kobe, you love to take over a game. You're scoring everything you did. Who are the players you faced, though, who held their own against you defensively, that were always something maybe you really enjoyed playing because you knew they were so good defensively?
Tony Allen was my all-time favorite to go against. I loved going against Tony
monster,
Allen.
huh?
He was amazing. Well, he didn't ask for any help ever.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, I'm going to send Kobe down here and come for the trap. He wasn't asking for help. He's like, no, me and you. No matter how many times I hit him, no matter how many times I scored him, he was still there every single time. And I loved competing against him. Rajah Bell as well. I loved competing against Rajah.
Yeah, there were some battles with you and him when you played with Phoenix.
Because there's no back down.
Yes,
right?
none.
Aaron Snow, Bruce Bowen, I liked a lot. He played the game differently. He tried to frustrate you and all these things. So I was fortunate enough to go up against some really top defenders. Kawhi, I didn't get a chance to see much because it was later in my career.
That'd have been a good matchup.
I would have loved it.
Here's LeBron following the basket by Jaylen Brown. Shoots it up. No good from LeBron.
Man, with the defense laying off him, you know he's going to pull the trigger. They're lucky he didn't burn him.
And there's the bucket from Tatum. Kobe, you're so decorated in every way individually and as a teammate with the 5 championships. Of all the things, the all-star games, the all-defense, all the individual things you've accomplished, what is the one thing you might cherish? And you may have alluded to it with the championships, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but at the end of the day, is that the one thing above everything else that you covet?
No. You know, I the fact that I can look in the mirror and honestly say I gave everything to the game.
And that was obvious.
That's the thing, right? You don't want to feel like you've left anything on the table. There's no stone left unturned. I gave everything to the game that I possibly could. That, to me, is the best, the biggest accomplishment.
What a feeling.
Peace out.
And the first one at the line is good.
Don't you get the sense that LeBron James is in complete command, not only of himself, but of his teammates? The drive this guy possesses is truly incredible.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Lance Stevenson comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Hart subbed in for Ingram. That misses, so he splits the free throws. And is the focal point offensively, reading the defense, so critical to have that split-second reaction and trying to figure out where their defense is going in such a short time frame. It's amazing.
Well, that's part of the magic trick because it's already figured out, right, through film. So when I watch a game, I know what their coverages are, right? So I know
you could figure out what, because there's so many coverages. I mean, let's face it.
But you know, they all kind of do the same thing. Right, so when you watch the game, you know, if I'm preparing for the Bulls or preparing for whoever, I can look and see what their defensive packages are because they can't just throw something new in there, right? Because they've been doing this defense since training camp,
right?
So you're generally going to see the same rotations. So now I can put guys on the floor and set up the pieces to take advantage of that rotation.
Well, 6'8" and 200, who knows how many pounds, but the King, one of the most apropos nicknames in sport.
To the inside. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Stevenson, and that one goes long. So Rozier will bring it up for the Celtics. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
I mean, they were so impressive offensively, and when you do that, that can really help you on the road.
I think intensity is the key, right, Greg? When you play with energy on the offensive end, good things usually happen.
And LeBron James gets it to go.
What a phenomenal quarter from the field. A great shooting percentage, excellent shots. This is really well done.
Here's Baines, covered by LeBron. Horford kicks to Hayward. Here's the three. Tyson Chandler grabs the board. Lakers have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. A miss that time would have put him up.
That's just superb interior defense, not allowing him a free run to the rim.
Hayward against Stevenson. Hayward dishes to Horford. Rozier looking around. From deep three-point range. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. Down low, Chandler. And the dunk by Chandler.
Well, huge wingspan, even for that center position. Chandler can throw it down from really anywhere within a few feet of the rim.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Lakers lead by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made, and he had this to say about his ability to nail clutch shots.
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like I got it in the clutch, no matter what's going on throughout the course of a game. Even when you're struggling at times or you're not shooting the ball particularly well, I just feel like it's going in.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late game situations.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
I'll tell you, they've simply been more assertive in the open floor. They're leaking out early, converting with confidence.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. We've got Hayward. Horford is out there with Aaron Baines. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Smart in at the shooting guard. The Lakers on offense. Kobe, you played your entire career with the Los Angeles Lakers. Was there any point during that span where it looked like you might be playing someplace else?
Oh, yeah. I think it was after the 06 season.
Chicago.
Going to 07, and Chicago was an option.
Yes.
They thought about dealing me to Detroit. That was another option. And I was really frustrated because at that time, we had trades that were available that they never pulled the trigger on. And I came to find out that, well, we just want to keep the cap as low as we can, have Kobe put on these stellar individual performances, generate massive amounts of revenue. And I wasn't okay with that.
You want championships.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was like, listen, Shaq left, the challenge was issued of can I win a championship without this man? And come hella high water, I'm going to get this thing done. Right? So,
and you did.
Yeah, you either got to get on or get out the way.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, of course, there's no shortage of storylines in Los Angeles. Now, last season, some people thought that Lakers coach Luke Walton had lost his players, and the front office seemed slow to come to his defense. Now, Walton was a high-profile hire from Golden State in 2016, and you wonder if the Lakers will remain committed to their young coach if they can't start winning more regularly. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And Kobe, you think about that leadership role, challenging teammates, putting results above relationships. A lot of guys aren't comfortable with that scenario.
Yeah, most of those guys don't win, so that's that's fine. It's just the reality of the situation.
Yeah.
If you're comfortable in the moments of being uncomfortable, that will get you ultimately to being comfortable in general.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the game.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And Los Angeles with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Chandler. Kyle Kuzma comes in for James. And it's Brandon Ingram in for Lance Stevenson. And a new group in for the Celtics. Morris is checked in for Horford. Jason Tatum comes in for Gordon Hayward. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Marcus Smart. And Irving subbed in for Rozier. And Kobe, you look at the different styles and different approaches the teams employ. How much input did you have to say, hey, this is what I'm seeing, this is how I think we should play?
Yeah, well, that was the beauty about Phil's system, the triangle, was that the players had to take the responsibility of making it what it was. Right? He gave us a format to play out of, and he gave us the structure. But within that structure, you have a myriad of options.
Right. And
it's our responsibility, it was Michael's and Scotty's responsibility, to figure out how to put Luke Longley, how to put Derek Fisher in the right spot on the floor to take advantage of the defense that you're facing.
Sounds complicated.
No, but you know, when you look at it, like the triangle, it spells things out very simplistically because you have rules.
Right.
When you have rules, then it's very easy to say, okay, when this happens, this happens. When that happens, this happens. Right? So it makes the game very, very easy to measure. And so things don't happen on accident. Like they happen with intent.
And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
Back at you. That's payback for the three on the other end.
Well, I just like the shot selection in that instance. He wanted to get him back, and he did just that with the three.
Here's Irving, and it's Boston with another.
If you get caught watching the ball against Kyrie, he's going to go right by you every time.
Hart kicks to Caldwell Pope. Back to Hart. To the middle. Looking for McGee. Gets it there. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Habit. So the Celtics called timeout, their first. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team.
And it was a matchup you thought they would have cruised through, but they actually dropped the game in this series last year.
Balls checked in for Josh Hart.
And check out the numbers for McGee. He's been more than solid over the last month. He's averaging 10 points a game, almost 2.5 blocks, and 6 rebounds. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
I think they need more consistency from him, and they're getting it. Look for this to continue. I love it.
And slam dunk by Ingram.
And it's almost unfair for a 6'9" guy like Ingram to handle the rock like that. Just superb at maneuvering through the deep.
Kobe, I know you can't stay any longer, but I just want to say thank you on behalf of all of our fans watching and playing the game tonight. Always a pleasure to have you drop by our broadcast.
No, thank you for having me, man, and anytime.
There he is, the legendary Kobe Bryant. And with Kobe stopping by the booth doors, I'm always amazed at the type of things Kobe will notice about both NBA and the players competing. The casual fans rarely think about it.
Well, you think back to Kobe's career and how much his preparation and studying of the league and his opponents contributed to his success. And obviously, with what we just heard, this guy still holds so much knowledge of the game.
Here's Ball. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut back down to 1 point on the basket from Ingram.
And not only can Ingram score from the perimeter, but he can also contribute inside. The way he releases his shot makes it very difficult to block.
Back to Irving. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Kuzma passes to Ingram. Passes it to Ball. Over Irving. And that one released in time, but no good.
A terrific job from Irving to track his man the entire way and bother that shot.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Celtics out in front, up by 1. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Brad Stevens. Coach, what did you think of your team's energy in the first half?
I think the energy's fine. I thought we did look a little gassed at the end of that first stint for some of our starters, but I thought for the most part it was good.
Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. If you look at the second quarter scoring, they had a small edge. They really hung tough as we got close to halftime. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
You can see where the priorities are. Rebounding, and then more rebounding. They made a concerted effort to get the glass clean.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Lakers?
Well, they need to turn the heat up on D. Too often we saw them back on the heels, not dictating the pace. They allowed a shooting percentage in the high 50s. Remind me of my free throw percentage, the high 50s. Come on, guys.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
I mean, he was prolific in that first half. You know it's coming, but it's just so tough to stop.
And this is what he does, right, Greg? He's out there to score the basketball, and throughout that first half, he dominated.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight.
What an interesting evolution for the Celtics last year at the point guard position. Of course, they trade Brooklyn's unprotected #1 pick for Kyrie Irving. Then Irving goes down, and you think, okay, they have to go into the playoffs without that veteran closer.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So the Lakers 5 right now. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Lonzo Ball out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's McGee in at the center. Here's Brown. Rebound the Lakers. One thing we know about the Kyrie injury, they discovered a potential star in guard Terry Rozier.
Well, I think the Celtics knew what they had in Terry Rozier. This is the guy many in the organization wanted to draft in that draft class. And I believe Terry Rozier is a starting point guard in the league, and he certainly proved just that.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Al Horford is a multiple all-star. And if you count his stats, you miss what he brings to the table. When you factor in his passing, his defense, his efficiency, he does all the things that help you win. Coach Brad Stevens said, Al Horford averaging 15 points a game for you is like other guys averaging 27. Kevin?
The definition of a pro. Terrific guy. Thank you, D.A. That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Kyrie Irving. Ball dishes to Ingram. Inside and stolen by Tatum. Knocked away. Morris finds Irving. And here is Tatum. He's covered by Ingram. Tries it from the top of the key. Off the left rim and out. The Celtics have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Irving against Ball. Horford the pass to Irving. Just 5 on the clock. For the tie. No good on that one. And the Lakers going the other way now.
Boy, what a cold start to the second half for them. Just 1 for 4 from the field so far.
4-on-3 break. Shoots from the right block, and it's good. 2 points. Irving's got the game tied up here for the Celtics. Doris, for rookies, beyond skill, what attributes do you think they need to have an early shot at success?
Yeah, I think one of the things that you always wonder about, and one of the great players in history, Kevin Garnett, talks about the impact that other older players had on him. Sam Mitchell, when he first arrived in the league, they taught him the work habits necessary to succeed at a high level. So the first thing you'd have to have is commitment to work. And the second thing is the right temperament. An NBA season spans 82 games over 6 months. There will inevitably be ups and downs. And how do you weather both of those things, Kevin?
And Los Angeles with some changes. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. And Stevenson comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Josh Hart in for Brandon Ingram. The Celtics also changing it up. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Morris. Smart comes in for Brown. And it's Rozier in for Irving.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Stevenson against Tatum. And that one's good by Stevenson. Stevenson's got his first bucket in this one.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Nice ball movement by Boston. That one goes. Count it. And the Celtics lead by 2.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Hart. Rozier defending. Clock at 6. Hart kicks to Stevenson. Here's James. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
Well, certainly a disappointing result, but they'll live with the shot. They'll take that every time.
To the paint. Here's Tatum. Good D by Stevenson.
Boy, not enough spring in his step on the way to the cup. He actually short arms that layup.
Love his game or hate it, but there is no denying, Doris, that Lance Stevenson makes things happen on the floor.
And just a pure creator when he has the basketball in his hands. Unbelievable handle. Sometimes gets creative on his way to the cup, but you love how he plays with such great passion and energy.
James kicks the ball. Poked loose. Stolen by Smart. Outside Tatum. And the shot goes down. Tatum's got the lead up to 4 now for the Celtics.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Stevenson against Hayward. Here's Ball. That ball. Nice feed that time from Stevenson. Ball's got 5.
And the height of Ball really allows him to finish over the defense. Even when you make contact, he just seems to power through with his size.
Here's Hayward, and the call will be against Al Horford. That is his first foul of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. Caldwell Pope checked in. And the Celtics also making a change. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Al Horford. Los Angeles has gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Ball kicks to James. Over Tatum. James with the bucket. LeBron's got 7 points for the quarter. The Celtics have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Ball against Rozier. Hayward outside. And stolen by LeBron. That one, no good. And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court for the Celtics, Aaron Baines out there with Hayward. Then there's Terry Rozier. Then it's Marcus Smart, and it's Irving in at the point guard. Rozier against Ball, down to 5 on the shot clock. Goes up from the top of the key, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
What an offensive clinic we have been given today. They're hitting every single thing they put at the rim right now.
Kuzma inside. Defended by Hayward. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play. That'll put Kyle Kuzma on the line. That one on Smart. And what a draft day steal for the Lakers, who were able to get Kyle Kuzma, who had been drafted 27th overall.
Yeah, Kuzma came into the league far more polished than anyone expected, and you have to credit the young man's hard work and how he was able to make such a big splash that rookie year. And with how hard he works, Kuzma is going to be an impactful player in this league for a long time.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And the Celtics with possession here. Irving surveying the floor. Pass to Hayward. Nice ball movement by Boston. LeBron against Smart. 6 on the shot clock. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation.
What's up?
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And with all the drama, Greg, that has followed Irving the past few seasons, he reached out to Kobe Bryant for some guidance.
And just like Irving and LeBron had to go their own ways, so did Kobe and Shaq. Very few players know what it's like to be in a situation like Irving, but Kobe's one of them. And Kobe gave Irving the confidence to not be afraid of standing out in his career decisions, and so far it's paid off handsomely.
Well, Kevin, the defense looking completely lost. Marcus Smart just toying with them in the paint.
To the middle. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Brown the pass to Morris. Kicks it to Irving. Now the pass to Brown. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That's his first foul. Al Horford's checked in for Marcus Smart.
Substitution for the Celtics. Al Horford.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Hayward on the wing. 5 on the clock. Good. And the Celtics lead by 4.
Don't you just love the craftiness that Gordon Hayward brings to the table? So good at sizing up the defense and finding different ways to score.
Pass to Ingram. And it's sent back by Horford. LeBron kicks to Kuzma. Back to James. Second chance shot. And he sinks the layup. James has got 9 points now in just the second half.
I don't know how it's possible for a player to keep getting better with age, but as LeBron said, he's like fine wine, baby.
Irving dishes to Hayward. Lets it go. Again, the Celtics good for 2. And here is Los Angeles now. 4-point game. Passes it to James. Over Hayward. And James with the basket on the assist by Caldwell-Pope. James has got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, becoming better at setting up his teammates, and KCP delivers that pass on target.
And on the way from Irving for 3. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Guys, it doesn't get much bigger than that. Irving coming up huge right there with the bucket.
Timeout called the Lakers.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Well, I like to see them mix it up a little bit. You've got to keep the opposition off balance.
Now the presentation of our Jordan player of the game, Kyrie Irving.
And I would point to his shooting percentage as the key reason he's our pick. And that sounds simple, but he hadn't tried to do too much. He hasn't tried to force his shots, just kind of waited and worked to get good looks. And in the end, he's found plenty of them.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Luke Walton was just talking about strategy with his team. We got into him pretty hard. He said, we are being way too soft in there. We need some toughness, and I need some defense. No more easy baskets. Pretty strong words, guys.
There's Kuzma. No good on the three.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
Irving with a clean look, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
Well, you can tell there's a team-first mentality with the young gun Jason Tatum working to find the open teammate. Nice.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
One shot, find the lane.
Boy, what a steady presence at the line. Whether it's a blowout or a tight game like this one, his stroke never varies.
Irving finds Horford. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
Boy, terrific read. Kyrie Irving understands what the defense is giving him and takes advantage.
LeBron can't get it to go.
Now that's where they want to go with the ball. They can tolerate a few misses as long as he gets his touches inside.
Morris passes to Tatum. Irving double team. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So it's Boston now. Morris kicks to Tatum. Pass to Morris. Back to Irving. Shot clock at 5. There's Brown with the 3, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
Well, this is a shot that Jaylen Brown must make consistently. Nice seeing him start to look confident, stroking it from deep.
Ball, the pass to LeBron, and the dunk by James.
Amazing individual performance, but you'd like to see more guys start to get involved. I don't know if he can do it alone.
Now the pass to Tatum. Back to Irving. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Boston.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
And this team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Kyrie Irving.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long. And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
You know, this is exactly how you put teams away. Late game execution leads to a tremendous win.
And the Lakers call time here. They're behind by 9. 29 seconds left in the game. Here's Hart, guarded by Tatum. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. With the shot, he hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And now it's an 11-point Celtic lead.
I'll tell you, when you're the visiting team, it can be hard to maintain focus, but not tonight.
No, I think that they've been locked in during this game. They didn't let the opposing crowd get to them at all. This has been pure domination.
Oh, great job on the closeout, providing a lot of good D on the perimeter.
Well, that's just superb effort on the defensive end. You don't allow the shooter to get into a rhythm from deep.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Kyrie. Nice win tonight. What was your thought process coming into the game?
I was just going out there trying to compete on every play, trying to play as much defense as possible. Just sticking to our game plan. We had a game plan going in and we executed.
Got it done at both ends of the floor, Kyrie. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.